Sorry, hang on. Hey, let me grab some water.
30 minutes. It's a full meal.
I was led, hey, this week, hey, to head back and read the story of Joseph.
That's what you were.
And I want to say something. If you see me acting like that, all I'm saying is I'm sure that, hey, the Lord, hey, was wanting us on the same thing. So, hey, when you say that, hey, just laugh and just go on, hey, with your plan. Hey, this week though, I was led to go back and read the story of Joseph. Hey, we've all heard it, but I wanted to go back and I just felt like, hey, there was some things there, and how many had through it quick. Hey, we've heard the story of how his dad had him, hey, a coat or shirt of bright colors, and he had 12 sons. And here's what his 12 sons knew: that his dad loved Joseph more. And here's why, hey, it said his dad loved him more. He had him in his old age. He was his very last, and he had him in his old age. But his dad had 12 sons. And the boy, they all knew that the dad loved him more. And as a kid, he had a dream, and he shared his dream. And in class, as you were saying, sometimes he will share the things with us prior to. And he had these dreams of how everyone would bow down before him at some point. He didn't know how or why, but he had these dreams that all of you at some point would bow down to him. And that's what happened. Yeah.
It wouldn't have come through.
And that was why his thought, oh my goodness, and he upset. And he had this dream twice. And he also shared this dream with his dad as well. And his dad was also upset. Do you think everyone's proud of you? But he was just sharing these dreams he had. Okay, so he was at home with his dad and all the other brothers were out with the sheep. So he had sent him to go see how that was going. And the brothers saw him in the far distance. Hey, first, they was plotting to kill him. Why? He has shared this dream, and it had him upset. And two, he was loved more by his dad. And here's what stuck out in my mind. I had 12 sons. I was going to do, it's just me. It's not. I would have made 12 shirts or 12 coats, but that's not what the Lord had planned. Let him make him one. I understand how and why everybody else felt, how they felt. You know, he loves him more. So here was their plan. What we're gonna do, he's supposed to kill. But then one said, "What will we profit if he's killed? He can be sold." So they said, he was sold and to slavery. Now stop for a second. He had been his dad's youngest son, and he'd been his dad's favorite son, and now he's what? Sold into slavery. Sold into slavery. And what did he think? How did he feel? Now, he was sold into slavery and hauled to Egypt, and he wound up in Potiphar's house, and everything he did, it just worked out. Now here's what Potiphar saw, that he was blessed by God. I mean, everything he put his hands on, it just worked out. Everything he helped under Joseph's care, it just flourished. I mean, it just worked out. So they gave him full control of his whole house. He could see that he was under the Lord's care. And then Potiphar's wife, it's here. He was a nice looking guy, and Potiphar's wife saw it. So she was wanting him, and he wouldn't do it. She tried twice to sleep with him, and he wouldn't do it. He refused. He wouldn't do it. So here's then what happened. She had this story of how he had tried to sleep with her, and he wound up in prison for it. And he didn't do it, but he wound up in prison all behind for his wife. Now let's stop for a second. He knew that Joseph was under the Lord's care, and he had gave him full control of his entire house. And here's his wife saying, "This Hebrew tried to sleep with me. Look what you have upon us." So he had him through in prison. Now let's stop for a second. How did Joseph feel? First, he was his dad's favorite son. He was sold into slavery. In the first house, he had worked himself up into a really good spot. And here comes his wife saying, "Okay, he tried to sleep with me, so now he's through in prison for something he didn't do." Now let's stop for a second. How did he feel? Lord, why is this happening to me? I was my dad's favorite son. I was at home. They tried to kill me. I was so into slavery, and some things have worked out. And I'm under your care now. Things have finally worked out for me. But now here's his wife saying these things that aren't true. So now I'm in prison. I'm in prison, and I didn't do anything wrong. But Haven's still there. Hey, they saw how he was. He had been. The Lord, so in a short of time, he became in charge of everything that was happening to him there. How they could see that he had been just under, the Lord's care. He had blessed him. I want to stop for a second. All of this started when he was 17 years old. He was sold into slavery at the age of 17. But now, guys, he's sitting in prison. How did he feel, guys? How did he feel? I mean, I didn't do anything wrong, and I'm just sharing these stories. Now I'm going to stop for a second. As I heard Pansy was saying, she seen those things and she wanted to speak up in, and I'm happy. You said what? She said, "Hey, there's things we are shown, but we think I may shouldn't speak up because it may upset someone or somebody may not like what I'm saying. Or if everything doesn't wind up how I saw it, what will folks think?" So often we keep it ourselves. But he spoke up. He shared these things. All right, now he's in prison. So while he's there, Pharaoh has a head butler and a head baker who he's upset with, so he throws them in prison. With Joseph for a time. Oh, okay, they have dreams. Each of them have their own dream. And they're sad and have these weird dreams, and they don't know what these dreams mean. So here's Joseph. He interprets their dreams now. As he shares what these they meant, with the biker, he shares it. With him in 3 days, he'll be freed and sent back up with Pharaoh. No. The butler's dream was he would be freed and he would go back up to where he had been. With the butler, he shared, and I want to get this straight. Well, either way, there was one who would be restored to his old place. There was one who would be hanged in 3 days. He shared his story with him. Here's what your dream means, and how he interpreted them as how it happened. But the butler, he said, once you get back, for me, tell Pharaoh I interpreted these dreams. And so it was. And that's how it happened. But let me say this about what the butler did. Who was it, Cheryl? What? Was it the baker or the butler?
I think it was the baker.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't know.
I feel like it's the baker that was set free. They're not free, but
Yeah.
not killed.
Yeah. All right, but here's what happened. Either way, whichever one, as he was restored, he didn't share the story with Pharaoh. He forgot. Now let's stop. I've helped him, and he said to him, "You remember me. Share this story real big." He didn't do it. I mean, and as time went by, here's Joseph. He's still sitting here in prison. But here's where I am headed with that. Do not put your faith and trust in man. Why? I've heard Pop say this over and over and over. Why? Because man will let you down. And that's what happened. He shared this, and remember me. Okay, now he's saying, do me a favor. When you get back there, remember I interpreted this dream. I'm locked up. I want out. So he's saying what? Help me. But here's what Pops has always said. He's right. Put your faith in the Lord. Because man will do what? He'll let you down. Now, after he shared this story, I would think once he got there, he'd say, Pharaoh, there's somebody down there who shared this story, and he told us exactly what it meant. We need to help get him out. But that's not what happened. So here's what happened. Some more time went by. All the while, he's sitting down there. He hasn't done anything wrong. All of this stuff has happened to him. He hasn't done anything wrong. But here's what happened. After a time, the Lord, he fixed this. So Pharaoh has a dream. And this dream he has, he doesn't understand, and he can't sleep. He's upset. And he wants his dream interpreted. He wants to know what his dream meant. So he asked everybody, can you interpret this dream? He saw 7 fat cows in this dream, and he saw 7 thin, poor, terrible cows. And in this dream, these 7 poor cows ate up these 7 fat cows. And after it was done, these 7 thin cows, these poor cows, these awful cows, they still looked the same. They were thin. They were still thin after they consumed these 7 fat cows. And after he saw 7 heads of wheat, big plump heads of wheat, and saw these 7 thin heads of wheat, and they ate up these 7 fat heads of wheat, but yet still they were thin. And he didn't understand. But here's what he knew. The Lord had put it on him. He needed to understand why. What did these dreams mean? So in the meantime, he's asked everybody, and nobody knows. And Cheryl, who did you find?
Okay, it says that both dreamed the same dream.
Mm-hmm.
Baker and
okay.
The chief butler told his name to Joseph.
Who was hung?
He was hung. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
I'm going down.
Okay. I have it wrote down, but I've got a whole lot of I can't find who I wrote down. But as Cheryl.
He restored the butler.
Oh, okay.
In his butlership, and he gave the cup to behind the chief butler.
All right. After Pharaoh, he's there, and his dream hasn't been interpreted. He needs to know, so he's asked everybody, and there isn't anybody who can interpret the dream. Now, here's what the butler does. Now he remembers. He's thinking about himself. When I was down there, there was somebody. Me and the baker had these dreams, and as he said it is how it was. This dream, he interpreted, hey, this dream. So here's who you may want to go to. You may want to go to him. So here's what Pharaoh did. He sent down there for Joseph. He said, I need to know what these dreams meant. So he sent for him. And he asked him if he could interpret his dream. But here's what I like about what Joseph said. He said, it is not I who can interpret these dreams, but the Lord. Even those that down there, he said, it's not me who interpret those dreams. It's the Lord. So he shared with Joseph what this dreams was, and he had it twice. And he said to him, it's the same dream. And he said, here's why you had it twice. This signifies what the Lord is going to do. He said, the fat cows and the thin cow and the plump head of wheat and the thin head of wheat. What is signifying is 7 years of abundance and 7 years of drought. And what that is showing you, to fix things where we have 7 really good years, and then after those 7 years, there'll be drought and there'll be famine, and those 7 bad years will heat up those 7 good years. So he said this. He said, find someone who's smart and put someone in charge so they can fix things. So as we endure, as Egypt endures those 7 bad years, and we can get through it. So Pharaoh thought about some things. He asked some folks, and he decided to put Joseph in charge. He said, if you've seen these things, if the Lord has showed you all of these things, then I'm going to put you in charge. And he did. He put him in charge of his house and all of it. Egypt, and here's what he did. He took a certain percent each year of those really good years, and they stored up grain and everything. So after those 7 good years hit, there was 7 of drought. This drought was so bad. The only place, and here, my Bible says he had showed Joseph it would only be in Egypt, but that's not where it stopped. It was all over, and it was so harsh and bad. Everyone had to head to Egypt and buy bread. And I mean, everybody else was out and starving. So then here's what happened. Let's stop for a second. How did he look? How did Joseph look? Everything he had said. He was right. It was spot on. So they made him what? The governor of all of Egypt. Now stop for a second. He was sold into slavery. He had endured all of this stuff, and he had been accused of all of these things. But now, from 17 at the age of 30, he was over everything. The whole land of Egypt, he was governor. Everything went through him. And they could see what he was under. Hey, the Lord. Hey, Lord's favor, right? But now, here's what happened. His dad, in the meantime, is in Canaan, and he sends his brothers, hey, with some honey, hey, to Egypt, hey, to buy supplies, and they head, hey, down there, hey, not knowing who was there. Hey, they head, hey, down, and I'm taking that's things. He's there. He's in charge. And he's stop for a second. They sold me into slavery. They done this to me. I wind up enslaved. I was in prison. All of this happened to me. And here they are. I'm Herman, y'all. Here's my chance, and here's everybody's chance. What? All of this I went through. Now I'm going to stop for a second. He went through this stuff for 13 long years, guys. Why did the Lord have him go through all of this for 13 years? All of this that he went through. He went through some really harsh, mean times, and here are his brothers. They done this to me. I got a chance to get them back. What did he do?
He played with them.
He did. He took away with them. He said, they're spies. He said, hey, you guys are here to spy on me. And what they say, we're honest men, and our dad sent us down here to buy supplies. So here's what he said. He says, how many brothers have you got? And he said, we have 12 brothers. Here's 10. And our youngest is home here with dad. So if anything happened, his name will still carry on. But there's one who is no longer with us. So here's what he says. He says, okay, I want you to prove to me that you aren't spies. So he says, here's what I want you to do. I'm going to sell you some supplies, and I'm going to let you go back, but I'm going to keep you this year. And I want you to, hey, go back and bring the youngest son here. And he better share the same story that you're sharing, because if he doesn't share the same story, hey, the one who's still staying here, he's about to get you. So they get all of these supplies and head home with their dad, and they share this story and say, well, we have to go back with Benjamin, and he has to share the same story because he kept the other brother, and I think it was Reuben. So here's what Dad said. I'm afraid he's going to haul all of you guys down there to kill y'all. So for a time, they didn't go, but as things got harsher and harsher, they had to go back. So here's what Judah of the older brother said, I'll go, but I'm taking the Benjamin. And if by chance he is if he is killed, I will leave with you my two sons, and if I don't come back, then kill my two sons. Now they still don't know who Joseph is, but they have to hit back, right? Hey, they're hungry and starving, so they hit back. And hey, this time, hey, after Joseph sees the youngest son, he asks him how was his dad was doing and stuff. And that's fine, but still, he hadn't quite and he asked the youngest son, hey, the same thing, and he shared the exact story to me. He said, hey, there's 12, and I'm the youngest now, but hey, there's one. I mean, he's gone. But still, guys, let's stop for a second. I've been enslaved for 13. I went through all of this stuff for 13 years. I have them all here. Here's what they done to me. But here's what he did. He ordered a of his to get. Hey, go prepare. Hey, face and haul him up to my house. And there he shared who he was. But I want to stop for a second. Hey, before he shared who he was, hey, they had bowed down to him. Hey, they didn't know who he was. They had bowed down to him. And I'll tell you what they actually bowed down to him twice. As he had said in that dream. He had this dream as a kid, and they bowed down